Welcome back to the second map. Of course, we do have a little bit of an upset right now. It is KG coming up against IM, and really the number one team in the institution that really nobody thought would get this far. Obviously, they were seeded somewhat high, but Exile 5, you would have thought, you know, the best NZ team. They've come up, they've beaten SQL in plenty of scrims. You would have thought they would have been able to grab a spot in the finals, at least in the quarters, but they were ninjaed away by the institution, and we will be on Nuke, and the institution have actually dominated the IM boys right here in the first map, 16 to something like 5 or 6 rounds for IM. So 16 to 5 rounds, and we're moving on to Nuke. It is IM's map choice, so KG are going to go on CT first. Really, I am not expecting to lose 12-3 CT side Inferno, only picking up 3 rounds on their CT side, and right now they're going to have to play a probably, you could argue, a harder CT or a harder T side, as it's more CT biased in Nuke. They're 1-0 down already. Keith has gone out. He's gone large last map, and he's continuing that with 2 frags right now. So we'll follow them out and see what their plan is. I think we're going outside ice.
We are indeed. They are all over outside. Looks like they're pulling some kind of boost here. They do have, I believe it's Ouch, up on top of that generator sort of thing at outside. I might be wrong, actually. Yeah, they were jumping all around there. They met a little bit of resistance in ZT Rider, but he's only gotten 2 before getting 1 dig by Ouch there. Carl picking up 2 before Dushu takes him out, but Pad's answering on with the final kill onto Dushu. So really, standard sort of eco round, couple of picks, not too much to worry about, but IM are going to really try and save all their might for that buy round coming up.
Well, we'll see whether they eco or deco here. I think it's pretty much the general consensus is buy whatever you feel comfortable with. So Plagueski, the AWPer, he's going to full eco, and I think he's been full ecoing the last few rounds. And you get other people that like to deagle, you know, your Death Dogs and your Douches. And I'm just trying to flick and see here. It is, of course, Death Dog. He's the only player with a deagle, actually, and he's going to be rushing straight out. Can he grab the frag into the Rams? There he can, as Keith grabs a double. ZT Rider and Carl with the MP5. Just too strong indeed, and all wiped out. 1 rush straight into the A site, and I'm really not sure what that strat was all about, because they didn't give enough time for the institution to rotate down into ramps. They were still all around at A, and the bomb just rushing out there, maybe hoping to drop vents while the eco came in to push into ramps and hit the B side. Just did not work out from them. They did not get a single pick, so the big push is going to come in once again. IM have bought up already, and Lock, bang, he takes down 1 Ouch onto Rafters. He's pushed straight through Squeaky on 16 HP. Right now they think there's 1 in outside, so throwing a multitude of flashes and smokes, and the bomb has gone down. Is it top or bottom side? IM still hanging around the top, and I do believe the KJ boys are going to know that, and Keith is the last player left. He's got a 5v1. There was still 1 in outside, and he got taken down pretty quickly indeed. Ouch is going to come around from ramps from the B site. I believe he dropped Vents Ice, and will finish him off. So 3-1, a great round indeed. They didn't lose a single player, I don't believe, and a good hard A strat, which is what I love to see.
IM do pick up their first round. That's a good start, really. They don't want to get too much momentum for that CT side on Nuke. It can be very dangerous and get right out of control. So if they land themselves with 5 or so rounds in this half, they could do very well and end up on top for this map, and then take it to a third and really fight back against this KG after that destroying match on Inferno. So at the moment it is 3-1. If we continue with this sort of thing, we'll end up having them with 3 or 5 or so, you know, sort of rounds in this half, and that'll be fine. So they are looking for more picks it out. It looks like they're doing something similar to, actually nothing similar to last round. Last round they did a hard strat, and it's really slowed down a lot. They are trying something similar to the earlier rounds when they're going outside. It looks like they might even pop one of those boosts up onto the rafter, but they don't. They don't indeed. They jump off that annex there. Have been heard by the upper players, who have become very aggressive toward lobby, as they know that they are outers. But then Keith over at Garage just dropping a free 1 dig there, taking a kill, and then buggering off back down Ghetto. Falling back, really, takes out Death Dog, and then just plays it really passive. Carl, his brother, taking out 1 in lobby. Once again, all these degos doing great. KG may actually well deco IM here if they continue these kind of picks. They do have those guns, and they are playing very passive, trying to group up together at uppers and other choke points. IM are on their way to under, though, so we could see a lower plant and then a hold of the bomb site. They might need a smoke to actually take control of it, as they will be able to rotate very quickly through those vents, as we all know. So they are going to get one pick on the entry to the bomb site. Plague taking out Keith. They are planting in the middle of smoke, like I said, so they will get that bomb down. Now all they need to do is try and keep control of this bomb site, but are flocking in from everywhere. Ouch getting one, Lock getting one, flashbangs going out. Carl onto one, but Plague trading off. Pads killing one, and now it is a 1v1. Pads and Plague going at it. This is a very important round. IM need to keep this going. Pads, I think, has faked, but Plague is not falling for it. Plague coming to peek out now. Takes down Pads. That's brilliant. Second round IM in a row. They look like they're building some momentum of their own.
Pads played it well there, really. He should have just kept watching the vent. He was confident he was in the vent, and he was to begin with, and maybe just think he was going to come down through Toxic there. But yeah, you know, staying on the defuse was always going to be terrible. In the end, it was all about trying to bait out the fake, and he did indeed. Pads just looking the complete wrong way. I think he went around Boiler, maybe overcomplicating that strat, and a little bit unlucky there. I am getting back to basics. They're 2-3 right now. A good start, of course, on T side. Nuke, one of my least favorite sides to try and play through, and it really does require a whole heap of teamwork, especially when you try to push into the top side. And Pads is still sitting there on rafters. He takes down two, but Dushu replies with the double of himself. CT Rider in nest. He cops a flash or two, and might just get naded down. No, he jumps down through yellow and takes 71 HP as the final result there. 29 dropping from that one out to the final player, and he's got 3 to try and deal with. He does have an AK in his hand. It was a buyout from IM, but it did not work out for them. And Pads, the double at the start of the round, really just set it up for them extremely well. KG, it's 4-2 right now. They double the score. IM back to an eco.
IM do need to try more of those hard strats by the look of it. They have gotten into the site and forced the other players to rotate, which means they are getting enough picks that they can get the bomb planted. If they do more of these where they get the bomb planted and then try and stay outside of the bomb site and look in like they had on that lower site that they won, and on the previous round, the only other round they won at upper, they could strike gold. But at the moment, I think they're doing too many slow strats, and they're getting picked off one by one. We see them actually spreading it outside at the moment. They've already lost one, and they've just allowed their outside guy to fall back. He's at CT boxes. They're still wasting nades at garage, and it's not doing a lot for them. They've actually rotated one out onto the catwalk as well. KG too cluey to IM's playstyle, and it's not going to do great things for them. Catwalk guy can see them baiting some attention. Carl getting the free AWP picks after that. Catwalk given a lot to do there. Carl with another pick there. Brilliant shot from Carl. That was a headshot with an AWP. Not too uncommon. We've seen a few of those today. Plague and Dushu are left up to it. They do take down two, one each, and then Dushu gets dropped by Keith. So it is Plague in a 1-on-3, and I don't like his chances. He is separated from the bomb at the moment. He is on his own at outside. He does manage to get a kill onto Carl there, but he's only on 16 health. He does need to try and grab that bomb and find a bomb site. Maybe pick off one more on his way before getting a plant. But he's up against a big army here. It's Pads and Keith, both with M4s and on 100 health. So he's going to have a bit of trouble here. Hey, managing to get that entry on Keith. I think Keith got caught off guard. Didn't see it coming at all. Plague's breaking that vent there, trying to juke Pads out of it. Pads in the vent though, trying to keep an eye on this. He does come around the corner, takes out Plague, no problem, because one bullet was all he needed. And Plague had to land a headshot to sort of equal that. So that is going to be another round to KG, and they continue their lead.
The pressure was on Immunity there. He did have the bomb, but with 10 seconds left, had to go for the frag, and Pads was exactly waiting in vents where you need to be, especially in a 1v1 situation. It makes it so easy to try and rotate between bomb sites, and it is all about the institution right now. 5-2, they are 3 rounds up. That round seemed to go forever. It did go down to a great 1v1. It was kill for kill, and those rounds are the ones I would like to see every single round. Keith is going to push up though through Megaton. He takes down Plague, but Laris onto Keith. Pads lock, ouch, and ZT Rider, and we've gone down to what did it end up as a 1v2. K-Strife coming up against Ouch and the Death Dog, and they are all on low HP except for K-Strife, but I don't believe he knows that when he takes down one. There's one more player there, and bang, K-Strife, a big clutch. He takes down Ouch, still stays on the 100 HP, didn't even manage to get a bullet off, or at least a bullet connecting onto K-Strife. the institution, they're just showing IM up in every aspect of the game that we know is Source. 6-2 right now, and really it's not too far away from them taking this one out. I don't want to call it early ice, but if IM don't mix something up, if they don't try something random, you know, go for a strat that can't be countered as well by pushing a random area or, you know, splitting and picking, it may just go in the way 2 maps in L of the institution.
If they do continue this, I'd have to agree with you 100% that it is looking like it is their game. At the moment, they are trying something a little bit different. I am not working outers or uppers like we have seen, but they are looking for ramps. They have baited the nade from K-Strife and Pads, but it looks like they are going to commit now. All up close here. If they get that flash off there, it won't work out. Pads grabbing 2 before Locke answers onto him, and K-Strife chasing the frag there, taking down Locke and spraying into that smoke, hoping to God there's another one there that's going to cop it. That they have got control of the bomb, and there is only 2 members for IM left without that bomb, so I don't like their chances, but they are sneaking around upper at the moment. They managed to get that anal kill onto Keith there from the vent, so Dushu really putting a lot of players out of position, pushing K-Strife down from ramps into lower, and that'll allow Ouch to push through regular ramps. He might even be able to single off these players and kill them. That, as I say, that K-Strife on his way back up for a regular hold. ZT Rider, and K-Strife taking out those last 2 IM players. It was looking good, it was well formulated, but KG were right onto it and countered hardcore. That's going to take the scoreline to 7-2 at the moment, and they really are playing the way you should on a CT side of Nuke.
We've got 7-2 right now, as you did say, 5 rounds ahead, and that's what you would expect. They're playing it extremely well, CT side. You can't be passive 24/7 on Nuke. You have to sort of push sometimes and look to get the picks, and that's what they're doing right now, especially Pads. He's going to play, I do believe, just on the annex right above the hut roof, so looking to smoke into that hut area. Where are the T's going to set up? Going for another split and pick. 2 have gone outside. Plague with the bomb is still going to chill in lobby right now, actually watching Squeaky, which has been smoked up there, and I do believe Pads is going to take him out here if he does decide to push through. Looking to drop vents. 105 left. They need to skybox flash or something, pull the Exile 5 shutout and go for the skybox flash as they run straight into the A side, unless Plague can really turn the speed hacks on and jump down, and he does indeed. It's all about KG, the last player left. They've dropped 4 in a row, and Carl drops vents. That's as easy as you would like. A great round indeed. 93 HP is what he remains on. I think he just dropped that from going from rafters to the CT vent, and then, you know, popping it, dropping down, and ends up taking the bomb plant. So they didn't even get the bomb down there. 8-2 IM. They've finally bought up though, and if they can win any round in this half, this has got to be the one.
Indeed, they do have their AKs, and they're looking like they are trying another hard strat. Oh, but they do slow up. I was really hoping for a hard strat. Those are the rounds they've won so far. They do a hard strat, or they group up and hit a site, and they try and get a plant before any of the KG boys can jump in. So that's the kind of thing I think they need to do, because that's been successful in the past, and I think these slow strats are really just destroying them. As I say that though, they have a bit of luck as they drop vent. It looks like they might rotate back into upper from the vent, but I'm not sure what the KG boys are doing. One of them dropped ramps lower because he had to after that vent drop. There's a little bit of mystery about it. Pads TK's K-Strife, that's unlucky for him, but he does manage to pick up an enemy in the process, so that is an even trade-off at the moment, with the exception of Plague going down. So at the moment it is KG 4 and IM with 3, but as I say that, they're dropping down the IM boys as fast as you can see it. ZT Rider, doing amazing things here, taking 2 down under Nest and getting that call off and binking Locke at the end. Locke on 44 in this 1v3. Not a whole lot of hope for it. Unlucky gets taken down by Pads. They'll extend their lead to a 7-round over IM. They are doing brilliant things here, and it is looking like last game, there are really even scores. There's really nobody carrying at all. Carl on 12, Pads on 10, and everybody else on 10 for the KG boys. And I am very similar, having 6 and 5 for the first 4, and then Death Dog down the bottom on 3. That's odd. Normally he's a little bit higher, but yeah, we can see that nobody really doing exceptional things and nobody anchoring. So it's good play from both teams regardless of the scoreline.
I'd have to agree there, but you can't just disregard this score. Even getting 6 frags and getting even kills, IM really need to bring out the kills when it counts, and they're not doing that right now. They're getting the bomb, they're looking to plant it, especially lower side, trying to drop vents, pushing outside. All of the shots that you would normally see a hard straight A, but you need to get those picks, you know, pick nest, you know, throw a couple of guys into A, maybe from outside, and have a look through rafters before you try and commit. Don't just try to get the bomb down in vents and stop all of the KG boys from rotating, because it's not going to work for them. They've gone straight down right now. The bomb has been dropped. It is with Locke who picks it up. He takes down one over at Toxic. Dushu onto ZT Ryder, and we are left with a 2v2 right now. Dushu and Locke coming up against Carl and Pads, and if you had to pick it on paper, you would pick the Institution as Carl grabs Locke and brings their player count to a +1. Dushu can grab Carl. He was over at the back of the vents, but Pads can pop out from back and just take him down there as easy as you would like it. 10-2. They're getting picks, they're getting close, getting to the 1v1s, but KG, they always seem to have power in numbers, and that's really the key to Nuke. If you can get like a 5v2 or a 5v3 coming up on T side, then and the bomb down, then you're in with half a chance and you know, taking the round out and maybe pushing it to something like 8-7. But 10-2 when we've only got 3 rounds left, I haven't seen really solid play by IM come out, and if I have, I must be missing it, because it's just absolutely outstanding how the Institution seem to be able to combat everything, Ice.
That's true. They have it all over the place now at the moment. One thing I'd like to see from them is A, more hard rushes like I mentioned before, and B, an AWP. I'm not sure if IM have bought an AWP, not even just for use at outside, but just for use at top, and then holding a site once they've got it, trying to take those small lines, not necessarily for the distance, but just those thin lines, just to make sure a hit is a kill, not a wound. So yeah, messing around with that kind of stuff, they do get their outside rush once again demolished. Only taking down Carl on their way there, but he's more than happy to do it as he also gets frags before he dies. Currently sitting on 15-6, very comfortable, almost 3-1 KDR. So brilliant game by him. But it really is looking like it is KG sided. 11-2, like a 9-round lead. Even though it's CT side Nuke, you really hate to see IM losing this badly, Tom.
They need to try and put up a fight here. It's, you know, you've got the 5 really solid, outstanding names in Australian Source that have been playing ever since I've been in Source, and really been the players that you look up to, and a lot of people, including myself, can admire, especially the struts that they pull out, the shots that they make, and it's really just not coming out to play right now. They have had a very long day, even being in a Group B might have just taken its toll. We've had a few delays here and there, and we are coming up into the wee hours of the morning as KG take out another round. We are going into the final for the first half. IM, they don't want to see the same scoreline as they did in the start, 13-2. It seemed to have followed them around throughout the entire tournament. Not the online qualifiers as such, but definitely on LAN. 13-2 is the dreaded scoreline for them. I don't think they've won with a scoreline like that. They did tie 1 or 2 coming back from 13-2, or maybe winning one 16-14, but the other 2 have come and they have lost the first map of this one, and might just lose this second map. I'd love to see a big comeback from them, and Deathdog's going to be the man to pull it back if it does indeed happen. He takes down 2, but before he gets finished off by ZT Ryder, it's up to Plagueski, and that will be the round as ZT Ryder grabs a nice little double there. 17 kills is what he ended up with. 17 or 18 is what ZT Ryder ended up with, and definitely the man so far that I've been watching for KG. As we wait for them to DOS we'll just click to our overlay. A few sponsors that we'd like to plug. Ice, can you give us a rundown of who's been the main sponsors of this event?
Definitely Gigabyte supplying this event is really a big deal. Big thanks to Gigabyte, a big thanks to Intel and Western Digital as well. They're doing a good job here. They've done a brilliant job just supplying the entire Respawn as well as this Counter-Strike competition. So we owe them a whole bunch. BenQ as well amongst them. A whole lot of sponsors here. There are too many for me to plug. I'm very afraid I can't mention them all. I'm very sorry, but they are all a part of this, and we thank them very much for supplying all of this. So yeah, big thanks to all them. And at the moment, it is really looking like KG are going to take this second map really quite easily. Like you said, IM have been in 12-3s and 13-2s all over the place. I don't think they've won one. Like you said, they're up against Sublime. They actually went 12-3 first half, and then Sublime did the exact same thing and ended at 15-all, which is really a nice comeback for Sublime and not a win for immunity when you consider that they easily could have taken that if they just gotten 4 rounds in that second half. So there's a whole bunch of options at the moment, but it really is looking like it is like the night belongs to the institution.
It's yeah, it's really interesting to see how the institution can come and play on LAN. I didn't expect maybe I am to be beaten. Yeah, the institution have really performed throughout the entire day, but not this much. Of course, you did say 13-2. Definitely a terrible scoreline for them, regardless of whether they're in the lead or not. But yeah, we're just going to wait for the institution to maybe strut up. We're still waiting for them to dot. I am all ready to go, and as I do have a look, indeed they have flicked over onto the other side of the PCs just to make sure there's no screen cheating. Third place playoffs also being run right now. We might see if we can get the scores for that one, but of course KG, the Crazy Boys. I'm not sure what their actual aliases are, and I might just have to have a look at that one after this match, because if they do end up taking it out, I don't want to jinx them, but it will be an amazing feat, and you'd love to see them, stick with it, push through to pro, or at least into, drop back and have a little bit of a fun there. It's really been a great day from them. I've been following them very closely, and ever since they pulled a massive upset, really at the start of the day, taking down Exile 5, I didn't think they would be able to. It's been all go from there for them, taking playing for the chance to take home $5,000 worth of prizes. It's definitely not something to be laughed at, and I'm sure that their manager's not going to be happy if they can't at least make this one respectable.
Second place is nothing to be spat at, Tom. There's nothing wrong with second place. Prizes going all the way back to third, supplied by Gigabyte for this competition, so big thanks to them. But that is it. We do have competition prizes all the way back to third, which is why we are playing for the first to fourth placement, not just leaving it at the grand final. So don't write anybody off at the moment, but you can't be too sad with the second place, especially when that second place is over top of SQL.
Exactly right, SQL, they faced a little bit of adversity here. They only managed to win one game and still managed to make it through the finals, and really not deserving of winning this one, but we are going straight, I do believe, somewhat soon into the pistol, just waiting for a few of the boys to ready up. It's been all KG. SQL, they're coming out, that they've been great in online comps and great in LAN comps also, of course, winning TT, but really, they shrugged off that losing the first map is okay. We lose the first map all of the time. It's just what we're, accustomed to right now. We'll shake it off. Just a few people are tired, but in the end, it really, came down to more than that. And SQL just weren't feeling. I was talking to a few of the players, Sniper especially, who we had an interview with, and he said nobody besides me was really feeling, really feeling the match, really getting frags. They were all pumped to come down to Gigabyte. It is definitely the competition of the year, I would say, definitely offering the most prizes, and in the end, it's been absolutely massive coming out here from all parts of Australia. But if you don't feel it on the day, then you definitely don't. Will go into the second half in that exact same position that SQL did. We're going to go back to the grand final, and a very few rounds away here, KG. They will be 3 rounds away from trying to take this one out. 1:17 left on the clock, and playing a little bit aggressively immunity right now. The bomb has gone and rushed straight into the top side. They've dropped Vented. Carl, who takes down Lock. Death Dog's down on 21 HP. He spots one in lower events. The bomb's gone down. K-Strife on 29 onto 1 before the guy at Toxic gets taken down, and big place he drops down. Lovely work indeed by KG, keeping their members alive, and it's power in numbers, even if it's only 1 HP, at least providing a little bit of cover fire and scouting out where the remaining CTs are trying to rotate from can be very crucial, and indeed they will do that. Ouch was in the bomb. It took down 1 at Toxic, but Keith is going to finish him up. Pads also on 17 HP was Windows side. 1-0 KG. They're very, very close to taking out this comp.
Flying Glock shot from Keith to finish off that first round. Brilliant shot from him. But yeah, they are spreading their frags even. There's really no one getting these. There's no shutdowns. There's no one rushing in and then everybody slaughtering them. And there's no one player getting all the entry frags and then the rotating frags to the T's. Everyone's playing very, very well. And I like how even it is. The highest deficit and change in scores I think we've seen is at the end of the game when someone's 3 or 4 frags ahead of their teammates. That kind of stuff I love to see, because it shows that the team's really working together. Win or lose, it's all about the team's play, and I love that all of them can hold that in high value and really not get greedy with the frag. So it's brilliant to see that. We do have a little bit of a trade-off going at the moment. Pad's grabbing 2 or 3 of his own, 2, and before he gets dropped down by Dushu with that deagle there. But it is a 2v2 at the moment. It's Keith and ZT Ryder versus Dushu and Plague, and they are going to drop lower and get that bomb down. Not sure if the IM boys know where it is. They do drop lower there. Plague coming out of the vent and just copping it from Keith. And then Keith managing to spin around and take down Dushu coming from ramps. So that is going to be 15-2. One more round needed for KG to finish up this comp. This could be the final round of the tournament, TCB.
Definitely the one to watch, and thank you very much, Ice, for passing it to me. I'm keen. I'm pumped for this one. We'll see what they're going to bring out here. Can IM bring it back? It is a very, very large deficit trying to 15-2, 13 rounds in a row. It's been done, and it can be done. I don't want to count them out, and they're going big right now, trying to rush straight into A. It's Locke who grabs 2, but no, ZT Ryder coming in. He'll pick up 2 frags also, so we are down to a 1v3 situation right now. ZT Ryder, and bang, the nade comes out from IM. Saved. They've ripped out the Shark's teeth right now as soon as we're about to come in and snag all of the rest of the IM boys. Doing a great deco indeed. It must have been a force buy, but all I saw were deagle kills after deagle kills. KG have been stopped in their tracks. I don't think that's going to be enough though.
IM holding on to their dignity with all their might, just destroying the final rush that KG had in their might sack with that deco round. Phenomenal play, but I don't know if it'll be enough. Again, they're doing the same thing. Plague taking 1, Locke taking 2, and then Plague with another one. That's 4 of the KG boys drop down. Another 1v5, and Ouch just cuts that off. IM are fighting back like it's the first round of the tournament, TCB. They are not giving this one up, not without a fight.
IM, amazing play here from these 2 rounds. I think they've dropped 1 person out of the past 2 rounds, of course, killing 10 of them. So that's always a positive play count. It doesn't get much better than that. In fact, it only gets 1 better than that, and that is keeping all 5 players. But we can't ask the world of IM just doing what they do right now. String a few rounds together, get the confidence back up and rolling. KG, their strat right now, looking to work together and make their way into a bomb site. They can go either way from where they are right now. A few smokes have been laid outside, and the player in Nest is just checking left, right, and center and seeing whether he can spot one. There has been one spotted. Dushu down to he's still at 100 HP. I thought he got binked there, but he spotted a few outside Clyde and can't see through the smoke. There's one warehouse. 2-2 right now. Paz is going to come in and finish him off. KG, they're 4 kills away.
They actually have 4 more, like you said, in this comp. Dushu down. That could have been the last round he played in this comp. But they are fighting back once again. Pads and Carl getting dropped there. ZT Ryder actually taking down Carl as his teammate, so unlucky for that. It looks like IM are fighting back still. It's just Keith alone up against Ouch, Pads, and Death Dog. So there is still a fight in them. He does take down 1. If it's a 1v3 to finish this comp, it would be flawless. Looks like Ouch might catch a nade up in heaven there. He does avoid it somehow. But Keith, he has the bomb and is on 6 health, gets just caught down the bottom of the ladder by Plague. That's going to take the score to 15-5. They're fighting back. They really want a nice scoreline for this one, if nothing else.
That's great play there. I loved Plague's work. He was just waiting in under. He knew he had to drop through vents, had to pick up the bomb and try and come down there. He was waiting, didn't try to be overzealous, go for the glory shot, just waited for him to pop down, and luckily for him, picked the right vent. So they've got a little bit of a momentum train coming on. An orb coming out from Plague, and bang, he's going to take down Keith, and it doesn't get much better than that, ladies and gentlemen. ZT Ryder, though, on a deco, will take down the Dushu, or maybe he just likes the deco regardless, even if he's packing the heat. There's one who's pushed straight down through ramps and Plague. I'm not sure why he was watching ladder base, but he was, and the orb's going to be picked up here by KG. Pads on 54 HP. Arch takes down K-Strife over on top side, and Death Dog still sitting in there, 73 HP, throws one back, throws a flashback down into ladder base, and he's not going to take anybody down. They have picked up the bomb right now. It is with Pads, and either bomb site can be taken. 53 HP, plenty of time on D and Nuke to do even a fake or two before they try to attack the bomb site they feel most comfortable with here. And I'm sure that it's only a matter of time before KG get the rounds that they need, and a big big shout out to Carl, who's having an absolutely amazing game right now. We look at him. He's been fragging hard in the first half, and I'm following him. Bang! He just misses the shot into window room. He takes down one, or no, he doesn't. There was Lock inside, and he takes down CT right. I thought he was in vent, and Lock, indeed he is. Finally finishes off Crazy Carl. They ran pretty much straight past each other. I am 9 HP, and 4-2 will be the score to them. So they got 2 rounds at the start. That's going to make it 15-6, 9 rounds in a row, and I guess a man can dream, Ice.
Indeed they can. They're trying their hardest. Like we've seen, they really are trying to get a nice scoreline, at least for the second half, to prove that it is a CT-sided map. They want to finish it with a higher score, so maybe this is the point, because if KG do take it out, it'll be 4-3, which will still illustrate that it's a CT-sided map. Highly doubt that is their reasoning for it, but it looks like KG are trying something a little harder now. A bit of a hard strat here. Pads up top going to take out one as well as K-Stripe, but Lock and Ouch answering on for kills of their own. That's going to leave it at a 3v3 for the rest of this. It is actually going to get really hectic in here. Pads in the vent, dropping down Plague. This could be the round. Ouch and Dushu, the last one here. Dushu taking down Carl. Just Pads and Keith up against Ouch and Dushu. Here it is in upper sight. Ouch is looking around, and we do have Pads down at Ghetto with the bomb. Keith taking down Dushu. Just one final member. Ouch. He's at upper on his own half health, and he will be looking around for those 2 frags to get. There are 2 looking around here. They do have the bomb. He needs to frag these kids, because it will be the last round if he can't win this. Keith heading his way through Ghetto now at the moment. They have Pads at under already. He is at the window side door, and he's waiting for his teammate by the look of it. He's going to take that lower site at the last moment, and most likely grab a plant and then force Ouch to get into the middle of the site and defuse. So that is unlucky for him. Looks like he will get a clear plant. Ouch, back up at upper now. He's actually under heaven on his way up. He thinks it's top by the sounds of it, but he will be severely disappointed when he realizes it's not. He's got to rotate to under, and that'll give him plenty of time to get into good positions. We have Crazy Keith at the back of the vent, and Pads over at barrel side. I don't know if I like Kazim's chances in this one. He is jumping into the site off the railing at the moment, trying to look for one that's angling him in the vent, but he doesn't have a lot of time to mess with this. He is on the fake defuse, and Pads peeking from the barrel door. A little bit of a choke shot there, flashing out, and Keith takes him down. That's the final round. 16-6 in the second map. Nuke in favor of KG, the institution, take out their first comp played, taking it out very cleanly, doing amazing things over top of sequential, over top of immunity. 16-6 in the second map, 16-4 in the first map. Brilliant play by the institution for their first competition ever.
There's not too much to say about it. The demo speaks for itself. You can watch how they play. They absolutely countered immunity to perfection. I'm not too sure the amount of practice that's gone into the match coming into the grand final or into the competition even from the institution. But it just goes to show that anybody can win on the day. Whether immunity weren't on the best side of their game or not is to be questioned. They did take down SQL, and that might have taken a little bit out of them, a little bit too much of a mental drain there that you can find come out, especially when it can be late at night. But a big congratulations to the Team Immunity boys for coming second. Of course, their first place. They're taking home over 5k of cash and prizes. It's what you love to see. KG, the institution, whatever you would like to call them, absolutely amazingly played. A big shout out to all of the sponsors, also the people running it. We couldn't have done it, especially without Joel, Nitro, Swordfish, Sentinel. The list goes on and on. You can just see their forum posts constantly giving to the community what they're not taking. I'm sure they do it for volunteer work, and you're really, it's comps like these that are run, which is why OzSource is still really striving and getting stronger and stronger, you might even say.
Source is alive. Thanks very much to Gigabyte for hosting this competition. We wouldn't be anywhere near here without them. And Western Digital, Intel, all of the other sponsors, big plug to them. We owe them a huge debt for this day. It was phenomenal. You really should check out Respawn, if not this year, next year definitely. And any final words, TCB, as we wrap this one up?
Not too many final words. If you like your match caster, jump over to Gamester.com. A big shout out to our sponsors, the OzGamers and OzNet servers, for all of your gaming needs, both PC and console. Jump over to their websites for, of course, the news, reviews, and downloads from OzGamers, and all of the both host and voice, I should say, and gaming service from OzNet. They do provide us with the bandwidth that you will be viewing this video on demand from. TCB Burley bringing you out here, GameStar Radio, bringing you a major competition being being run by Gigabyte. Check out all of their stuff. I don't need to pimp them out because they do pimp themselves, and a great competition in the end to be a part of. Thank you very much for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you in 2011 and of course beyond.